Hey, how's it going? I'm all bright and cheerful for you today. I got my ears on, my cat ears on. Tiger's eye and carnelian cat ears. Yes. So today is the 14th. Yes. March is flying by for me. So today's the number 5. So today can be a very, very much, with the energies of 5, transformational kind of day. All right. It's a time of change. That's what 5s are all about. So I wanted to tune into my Liminal Spirits deck today and give you a Power of 3 reading. I love when I can pull, I asked my deck, give me 3 cards for today that, will work beautifully combined together for a powerful message for the collective. So this is what I got, which was fascinating. I love when things come out like this. Clay, Salamander, Gateway. Very interesting, right? So in my Liminal Spirits deck, it's not a large deck. It's got like 30 cards. It's small. But there are 5 rights in the deck, and this is one of them. It like gateways, portals, initiation, and gateway is one of them. So this is a major, huge thing, event, situation in your life that's going to happen that is, it's kind of like you're at a crossroads is the feeling I'm getting with it. This also looks like a labyrinth, right? There are many paths to the heart center. Okay. This card is bright blue, speaking about standing in your truth, seeing the truth and standing in it and living your truth. Okay. But it's very much speaking to a crossroads, and a next step to your enlightenment. It speaks to another stage of your enlightenment. And do you want to get trapped in the same labyrinth, or do you want a new labyrinth to play in, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Because clay, okay, let's talk about clay, and then we'll talk about salamander in the middle of it. Clay, first of all, how this card is being depicted. A lot of neutral colors, a lot of grounding, right? Clay has been around forever. I'm going to read to you about clay in the book. We use it for so many purposes, right? And it's also, I know there's such a thing as in magic and mystical times or whatever, like there was was it a golem that was made of mud or whatever, and he came to life through the breath, through breathing on him, through the breath of life, right? I'm sure it'll say something in my book about that, because that message is coming through here. And then clay is moldable. That's what I'm feeling. It's moldable, right? So the situation is moldable. What you're in, whatever you're going through, that might be like a tricky kind of situation. Having to make a decision, having to make a choice from your heart center, okay? But it's fearful. You're like afraid. I'm feeling. Not sure what the right choice is. It's going to be the best path. And kind of trapped up in your mind when this comes out. I'm feeling the trapped up in the mind about choices. But clay is moldable, so you can mold your future, okay, with your thoughts, right? And the steps that you take. I'm seeing lots of roads. This clay looks like lots of roads, right? Lots of roads. We've got paths here and roads here, but there's this center one that seems awful white compared to the rest. Like the center current here, right? Okay. Salamander speaks to, clay too. Like, because I work with clay, right? And I make cute fairy houses and stuff. Fairy wares, I call it. But clay, you just barely have to touch it, and it makes an impression, right? So it's talking about the ripple effect that you have in this world right? And just your small deeds, your small gestures, your kindness, your generosity, your words of wisdom, even to the ones you don't think are listening, you're planting the seeds, the ripple effect, like when you throw a rock into the water and the ripples on the water, right? I'm getting that from Clay too. Okay. And then Salamander in the middle of it, I mean, he's a little water dragon, right? Right. But he's showing up in this card, like, I want to call him the fire dragon, right? There's like so much passion and fire in this card, and it's spirit urging you to make an impression, even if it's a small one, urging you to change, because the salamander is about change. I wish I knew more about him. I'll read about him in the book, but I feel like because he's a lizard of sorts or whatever, like he can regrow his tail probably. It's about adaptation, him. I know it is. And enlightenment. And I just feel such fire in this card. Like standing in your own fire. Standing in your fire of truth. That salamander is powerful. I'm feeling it really inside of me. It's just like this fire roaring. Okay, we'll move this one back, and then we're going to read about him. The salamander says, okay, there we go. The salamander says it's time to summon your courage and be bold. You've got this. So I feel like it is like a strength kind of card coming through right before this gateway that's coming for you. Despite suffering a loss, you will recover. Give yourself the time and space to heal. Find your inner fire. Yeah, that's what I was feeling bubbling up in me. Find your inner fire. What makes your heart beat faster and passion flow through your veins? Kindle this flame, as it will get you through difficult times. This little water dragon symbolizes vitality, bravery, courage, renewal, growth, and spiritual pursuits. In alchemical lore, the salamander is believed to be a fire eater and able to quench flames with its body, emerging unscathed. When trapped or injured, it's able to shed and regrow a whole tail and limbs. Its regenerative abilities, combined with its often bright and fiery markings, give the salamander a reputation for being feisty, vivacious, and enduring. It brings life and light to the dark and cold places. Bring your fire, bring it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That, yes. Thank you, grandmas, for always singing that. My grandmothers always sang that song to me. I am that light in your darkness. I see you, right? If you can't see the light, I'll be it for you. This is how we need to be for each other. Okay, but you're right at this breakthrough, this gateway, this crossroads, and so you just a little bit of that inner fire is going to help you adapt. You know, you can do this. You're brave. Every new beginning, it starts with a fearful first step. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, like when I'm doing on these videos, it takes a level of courage to show you my authenticity. It's harnessing my holy fire is what I call it. That's what I'm doing. Transmuting the fear into strength and power because I care about you. Do you get it? Yeah. And I want to be that ripple effect in your life because I know I can touch you, and even the smallest touch is going to change you, right? And that's how we help Earth to heal. I know you're going through, some of you, battles in the mind. It's a battle between the mind and the heart, the mind and the heart, the mind and the heart. The mind feels so strong sometimes, doesn't it? I know. I've been there. I know you're feeling this because I clarified with my tarot deck, and I've got the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Two of Swords is just lack, fear, an internal battle between the heart and the mind. The Nine of Swords is, I am not worthy. I am living in fear. My body's in pain. I am trapped in this situation. I am, it's just, and Spirit wants you to break free and go through this gateway and harness that inner fire, because you are this fool. This is your rebirth. Of course it's afraid. Take the leap of faith. You are a fool, brand new, fresh, bright, creating your future, right? This brand new star. We are regenerative too. Spirit says, ooh, and it come in strong and like resounding kind of voice. I don't know who that was. Let's see. Let's turn into my angel stack and see if there's anything else. Beautiful message today. Spirit really urging you to make a difference. The Eight of Ariel, that's the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. And it's Ariel coming in to tell you, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. I mean, while we're figuring things out, while we're in this transition zone, maybe we're embracing our creativity. Maybe we're doing some research. Maybe we're studying, getting back into, whatever that makes our little heart tick. What do we like doing in our spare time, our hobbies, our interests, and really focusing on that to become masters at our craft, right? Until we get our orders, our next orders, or our deployment, or whatever you want to call it, or wherever Spirit is taking us next. Yeah. That's the kind of magical life I lead anyway. So I'm just sharing the wisdom. 8. We are infinite, right? Your spirit. Yeah. So it's time for your rebirth to actually step into it. Step into those flames. Let the fires burn away all the fear, all of the shit from the past that you are still holding on to. All the pains, not the shit. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I'm getting comfortable, so things like that will slip out my mouth. It's not shit. And I know it in a sense, but the pains, the trauma. This is your healing, your rebirth. Brand new you. Look at this beautiful freedom in this card, this peace. This card 0, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there today. I think that's beautiful. So I'm going to be recording some beautiful readings today for all of the signs for the upcoming worm full moon at the end of the month. I want to tune into all the signs and give you some oracle advice as far as what Spirit wants you to focus on during that time frame. And I have much to say about the beautiful small creature, the worm, who makes such a huge impact in this world. And it is like I was talking about with the clay, it's the ripple effect, right? Even the small steps, the small gestures, you could be very little and make a huge difference, right? Right. Love you guys. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up, share these videos, comment below, and reach out to us if you're interested in a personal private reading. I am booking those, and we do have some availability. Love you guys. I'm just giggling at me and my cat hair and cat ears and whatever's going on. I'm going to go play with my kitty now. Yeah, she's in the closet. Talk to you guys soon.